Lure Parts Online is proud to offer their bladed jig assembly kits. Now there are two kits. I'm going to show you everything that's included in both kits and how easy they are to assemble. The standard bladed jig assembly kit comes with everything you see here. Enough to build 5 bladed jigs in 3/8 and 5 bladed jigs in 1/2 ounce. The Pro Series jig kits come with everything you see here, enough to make 5 bladed jigs in 3/8 and 5 bladed jigs in 1/2 ounce. Also included are multiple blade colors as well as eye-enhanced heads to make your creations even more lifelike. Assembly for the bladed jigs in either kit is exactly the same. You're only going to need 2 tools. You're going to need a long nose pliers and you're going to need a split ring pliers. Let's get to it and show you how easy the assembly is. There are only 5 components to build every bladed jig, so I like to start with the skirt and the jig head. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some chapstick and put it on the collar of the jig head. That will help the skirt slide on easier. Then I am going to take the skirt and I am going to use the long end of the skirt because that flares out better. Then I flare out the skirt and kind of comb it out with the hook of the jig head, just trying to get it as even as I possibly can. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hook and I'm going to stick it through the collar on the skirt, and then I am going to slide it up over the keeper and then slide it up over the jig head. That's how simple that is. We got that done. Now we are going to assemble the blade with the split ring and the snap lock. There are 3 holes on every blade when you're building a bladed jig. I'm going to use the bottom hole and I'm going to take my split ring pliers and insert the split ring inside that hole and start turning it. To do that, it's going to be easier if I use my long nose pliers. Now I'm going to try to keep the split ring as flat on the blade as I can. That will keep me from bending out the split ring. Okay, now that is on there. Now we're going to put on the snap lock. So now I'm going to open up the snap lock and I'm going to use the next hole above the split ring. I am going to insert the snap lock in there, and then I am going to push the front part of it into the last remaining hole. Once that's through the hole, then I just turn the blade over and I close the snap lock. Now we're going to take the split ring pliers again and we're going to open up the split ring. Then we're going to take the head of the jig and put the split ring on there, and then simply keep turning the split ring until you'll hear it click. That way it will close completely around the blade or the jig, and there you have it right there. That's how easy it is to build your own bladed jigs. With the bladed jig assembly kits from Lure Parts Online, you'll be able to build your own combos that you wouldn't be able to find at a store. At Lure Parts Online, we want you building better baits and we want you catching more fish. Thanks for choosing Lure Parts Online.